Hello, and welcome to the podcast that we still have yet to name. I'm Blake, and Mitchell's sitting over there.
Yeah, hi.
And so we, this is the podcast we haven't named yet. Any name suggestions would be great. We'd love that, because we're still trying to figure it out. We've a couple ideas, but we don't know yet. But Mitchell.
Yeah?
There's someone here today.
No, there's not.
Where'd he go? Hey. Oh, what was that?
Sheesh.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Michael.
What are you guys doing here?
Michael, this is my house.
Oh. I just when it was my house.
Michael,
Alright, well,
we live like 20 minutes away.
I had a rough night. Don't ask how.
Oh, okay. Well, Michael, welcome to the podcast. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, we
I'm
don't
doing fine.
care.
Still,
Well-
I'm gonna fight you if you keep it up, young man.
Okay, we care. I'm sorry.
That's what I thought. Still a little hungover from last night,
Michael,
but other than that,
Hungover from
perfectly
what?
fine.
you were drinking a lot of root beer last night, guys.
I went through, I think, 6 or 7 W's in one sitting, and that I just blacked out after that.
It was
Oh,
the
wow.
sugar crash.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright. So, Michael, how are you?
You just asked me that question.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure I
okay.
gave you an answer,
Well-
young man.
Well, here on good old, whatever this podcast is going to be called, I guess we're going to ask you what you like doing, okay? So, Michael, what do you like doing? What's up in Michaeltown?
Hanging out with my friends. Hobbies are-
Wait. You have friends?
Yeah, and you're not one of them anymore with that attitude.
Am I one of your friends?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Loser.
Okay, so
For hobbies, I like playing games with my friends, doing band-related stuff, theater-related stuff,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Have you been looking into some theater stuff here in town?
Yes, I have. I've done a few auditions at the Lafayette Civic Theater. I've
Yeah.
struck out every single time, but
Oh. Yeah, and then didn't you say you were taking some voice lessons too?
yeah, I'm taking voice lessons from my voice coach. Her name's Abby, and we've only done 2 so far. But
What's her
I'm
last
really
name?
enjoying it. Brown, I
Oh,
believe.
never mind. That's weird.
That name sounds familiar.
My stepmom's sister, her name is Abby, and she's a voice coach as well.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
small world, I guess.
I was like, wow. Yeah. But no. So voice lessons, all that. Let me find what else. Okay, so you're going to Ivy Tech, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. What are you doing there? Like, what you studying? Do you
I'm doing general studies right now, and then I
Uh-huh.
think I'm gonna have to switch to major at the end of the semester. I think I might end up pursuing a major in finance with a minor in theater.
Okay. That'll be a fun jump for you, but
Yes.
I mean, it'll be fun. I guess theater's theater. I'm just like, I just scheduled classes. I'll be taking a theater class here soon.
Sounds like fun.
I'll get
Ooh.
more on that later. So also last time with Mitchell and I, we asked each other about our favorite stuff.
True.
All right, I already probably will know your answer, but your favorite video game?
Depends. Are you talking about favorite one I've played or favorite one I've seen?
Probably played.
Played, yeah.
Played.
I gotta go with Kingdom Hearts 2.
Kingdom Hearts 2. I remember my cousins making me play that game, and I was just like, this is really cool. I like seeing Mickey Mouse and Goofy and Donald.
It's good if you start off in the beginning of the series, but I didn't, so there were a lot of plot elements that I didn't understand.
I went on YouTube one day, watched a YouTube video on the entire story of Kingdom Hearts.
In 20 minutes?
It was 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and I
that's
was
a
just
good
sitting
video.
there like, what? What is this? Yeah, next. The other favorite was your favorite movie. Do you have one? I know, it's really hard for a lot of people.
It's a pretty good question. Honestly, I'd probably say Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph?
Yep.
I could see you liking
I
Wreck-It
love
Ralph.
that movie so much.
Not surprised.
Friday, if I'm not mistaken, is when the second one comes out.
I'm planning on getting tickets. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah,
There's
it
a second one?
Yeah. It's
What?
either Friday
Ralph-
or Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Ralph
wait,
breaks
what?
the internet.
Ralph breaks
right?
the internet, just like Kim Kardashian. Yeah,
What?
you didn't
What?
know that?
No! What?
Yeah. The second one, he goes to the internet.
This is what happens.
He goes to
when
doesn't he go to Disney.com?
He
at one
goes
point?
to some Disney place, and Vanellope's in a room with all the Disney princesses.
Yeah.
This is
and-
what I get for freaking getting YouTube Premium. I stopped seeing all these ads, and now now I don't have, like any of the
Oh,
ads
there's
showing
a
up to
ton of
tell me
ads for it. It's
everything.
it looks really good.
I haven't seen anything about it.
Yeah. Also, do you have a favorite band or a favorite singer or?
That's a good question. I'd say favorite band has got to be Newfound Glory.
Newfound Glory. Okay.
Yeah, and then favorite singer. Honestly, I'm thinking JT.
JT. I love JT. What was it? Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. That's a good song. I really like it. It's 8 minutes long and it's really weird. But yeah.
True.
Alright. So that's enough about that. Okay. Good old Michael. Now we know about Michael.
Do we?
Now we know about Michael. Okay, so
Who are you?
what did we do last Friday, guys?
Well, I don't know. I heard there was some kind of like theater production going on at McCutcheon. I
That's
decided to go
right.
and see.
We went to the play. I forgot.
Until the conversation was right over your head.
We
I
all
thought
went
that
to
was
support our fellow
Thursday.
underclassmen, our past underclassmen, and I went all 3 nights because that's how much of a sap I am.
You went all 3 nights?
I absolutely went all 3
Oh my
nights.
gosh. I had to work Saturday and Sunday, so I couldn't.
Nah, that's just an excuse. You could have skipped.
I worked Saturday and then was not even in
Where did you
Lafayette,
go?
Edinburgh.
How far away is
Why?
that?
That's like an hour and 30 minutes away.
Jeez.
I took I-65 all the way out there.
What
That
was
was
the
fun.
reason for going?
My family did an early Thanksgiving, and it was,
You stuff your face?
oh, you best believe. I
What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
stuffing.
I'm mainly a ham, rolls, and potatoes kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Michael. For some reason, Thanksgiving turkey is not my thing. It's
No.
Thanksgiving ham.
Yes.
I like Thanksgiving
the
turkey,
pineapple.
but the ham, it's so good.
Yeah, the honey ham, yeah.
We had sweet potatoes and like with the marshmallows on it, you know,
Ah.
and it was so good that like everyone looked at me after I only ate one plate, but I like stacked that plate full of everything.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, Mitchell, aren't you gonna go get more? I'm like, no, are you kidding? And they're like, well, there's dessert. I'm like, you're telling me the sweet potatoes weren't dessert? Those things like gave me like 3 cavities.
Yeah. Well, I guess since we're on the topic of Thanksgiving, what are you guys plans for Thanksgiving? Where are you going, Michael?
Don't know if it's certain or not. Planning on going up to with my family to my grandparents' place because my grandpa just about I think a month or a month and a half ago just had a part of his right lung of his lobe or his entire lower lobe of his lung removed because
Oh,
of
wow.
surgery. So
Jeez.
figured I'd go and
is he doing
help out
better
her.
now?
Yeah, he's doing a lot better.
Oh,
That's good.
That's good. Yeah. Mitchell, are you doing anything or?
I think my mom's gonna have some family show up, but honestly, I'm probably just gonna sleep in, play some Xbox, and wait for you to be like, "Hey, let's go Black Friday shopping."
Yeah. Yeah, Michael. So, do you think you'll be back for Black Friday shopping? Because I know you.
I'll have to look at the exact times. I didn't know it started Thursday, so I should be good. I think the Thanksgiving starts around 11 or 12, so I'll have to make a mad dash. But
Yeah, 5 is when it starts.
if
and
I drive like Mitchell does, then it shouldn't be any problem. Time.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
90.
I was gonna be here early before you, but then a cop pulled up, like turned and came right up behind me, so I dropped my speed by like 30 so that I could match the speed limit. And
What was the speed limit if you were going 30 over?
30.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Cop pulled up behind me. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was trying to get here. Like, my manager called. So I have been jumping back and forth from stores. I work at Jimmy John's. And so I was going from my store to another store. And when I came back to my store to pick something up to bring to the other store I was working at today, my manager just goes, "Oh yeah, you can go home." But I get back to the other store and they're like, "No, you can't go home. You got to stay over here." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I was just driving back and forth. Yeah. Okay. What else? Oh yeah, we were going to talk about the fall play.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the fall play.
I was just wondering how long it'd take you guys to get back on topic, and I almost pulled out a timer, not gonna lie.
Well, the thing,
Look.
Thanksgiving plans and stuff was part of the plan, part of my topics,
Oh,
but
good.
we just kind of skipped to it. Fall play.
This track, we're just
Eventually getting
We're
there.
going off script, aren't we?
We're going.
there was a script.
Shoot,
forgot to
It's
read
not that
it.
we. I think we're going backwards from the script. But anyway, whoa, that'd be cool. Reading a script backwards. Anyway, fall play. It's pretty much what Alice in Wonderland was.
Yeah,
But
you'd spoil the ending immediately.
Huh?
That's just stupid.
Or maybe it's not because they know the ending, but they don't know the beginning. So now you
Yeah.
got to work the way back to
I
the
always-
beginning. Like, how in the world did we get to this position? That
Isn't
man
there
just
a-
got shot.
That's
in
Is
the
what
there
I-
like
face.
a movie like that or something? Like
There's like
where-
a bajillion movies where they show you the ending, cut back to the beginning, show you how they got to the ending, and then play more after the ending.
that's literally
Just as a
Deadpool.
wrap.
That's literally Deadpool.
Literally
yeah, that's a good
Deadpool,
point.
yeah.
Deadpool 2.
Yeah. But what was it?
Fall play.
Fall play.
I fell
Thank you.
asleep.
Thank you. So fall play. We yeah, my foot keeps falling asleep too. But fall play. So we all went Friday. Michael went every night because he's Michael. And you also went to some of the after dinners I saw. You went to where did you go?
They invited me out to eat at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
And I missed a good chunk of it because I had to give one of the underclassmen a ride home because his parents were really like, I think he said
Who was
that
it?
he had a certain curfew.
Who was it?
It was Noah.
No.
Oh.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, good old Noah. But we yeah, so we went and I just want to know what were your guys' thoughts about it?
I think they did a fantastic job.
Oh yeah.
There were some parts where they might have. I don't think I noticed anything Friday, but like there were like very few times Saturday and Sunday where they might have hesitated on the line or like little
yeah.
screwed up a little bit, but they played it off spectacularly. And
Oh yeah.
props to some of the newer people that hadn't done theater before that decided to do it, like the March Hare. I don't know who exactly that
Zoe
was, but
Edwards was it?
I think so.
It
From
was-
what I hear, this is the first year. She did a fantastic job. I was really impressed.
Zoe, yeah, she was, yeah. That was great. I had seen her around school last year, and I'd never met her, never talked to her, and then I see her do that, and I'm like, that was amazing. Who, what?
Oh, you guys know that a year ago was when we had our Sunday breakfast.
A year ago today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
That's
Oh,
also when
wow.
we had Sunday Circle.
We're not going to talk about that.
So yeah, back to the play. Blake, do you want to give your thoughts on it, or should I go first?
I'll give mine.
I
So
thought I already gave my thoughts, so you'd be going second, as a matter of fact.
I meant just out of us two.
Oh, yeah.
because
yeah, sure
you already
did.
went. Oh my god.
If you already went,
Um,
You
so
looking to
out.
start a fight?
guys.
I wouldn't win.
So, with the my thoughts on the play, all I knew was Alice in Wonderland, and I think that's what everyone was like. Yeah, this is Alice in Wonderland, so you should know the story. And I'm like, yeah, I do, Tim Burton. And so I'm like, I'm just going off of this, and it's literally just Alice walking around doing all her stuff, meeting every character in it, and the characters were amazing, absolutely amazing.
costuming was a little iffy.
Costuming was great. I don't know what you're
Costuming
talking
was
about.
awesome.
They were their goal was to make them like look really bad, but yet like what they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So like the caterpillar.
The caterpillar was
Sander, that is
beautiful.
awesome.
Beautiful. A
A winter-
sleeping bag.
A winter coat that was real puffy, so it looked like he was a bug. And then he had a sleeping bag that was exactly the same color, everything, and he's just a big old
Beautiful.
caterpillar.
So they had him slid in there into the audience's view. It looked like that was just his body. You didn't see the
Yeah.
seam where the coat would separate from the sleeping bag.
And then the other thing, so with the caterpillar, so if you guys probably know this, but the caterpillar is supposed to be like a hookah. You smoke hookah.
Yep.
And that's like too much for a high school production, you know?
That's why they had all the smoke showing up.
Yeah,
behind
they
him.
just had
Yeah.
smoke everywhere. And that's
Smoke
it.
machine behind that.
Yeah, and I was surprised no one just started dying, like coughing. But yeah, so the caterpillar was a great. What was another good costume?
The Griffin.
The Queen of Hearts. That was the really
Queen of
good.
Hearts was okay. That one was just cool. So she had what was that thing around her? Did you see her? Like, did you go up and hug Dasani?
Yeah, I
Did you see her giant like necklace thing?
Necklace. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like this necklace thing that goes around. I guess the collar of her dress.
It's like a
It's like a collar that you put
it's like a
on.
frisbee.
It's like a frisbee. It's a giant frisbee. Yeah. It's kind of like a cone of shame, like dogs wear.
Up was
Shame.
Up was a good movie
Cone
too.
of shame.
Yes.
I do not
Well,
like the
it was
Cone of
made
Shame.
because she's the Queen of Hearts. It was just made of a whole bunch of cards, like playing deck cards. It's really cool. But no. Question: did Paulo come back and play?
He came back and watched the performance. He sat next to me Sunday night, but he was still a
He
little
couldn't.
iffy.
Yeah,
The thing that you're talking about, it's called a ruff. RUFF.
a rough. Okay.
Nerd.
Yeah.
I googled it.
Yeah, I know, nerd.
So
I
the
put in
ruff. Yeah.
queen
So the
collar
ruff.
thing.
The rough. Yeah, that thing was really cool because it was made of cards. I
Wait,
did
that was
love.
made of cards?
It was made of pure cards.
That's awesome.
It was a deck of like probably 2 decks of cards. It was great. And my guess is
great.
Nicole probably made it. But some of the costume. What was another good one?
Tweedledee
Griffin.
and Tweedledum.
Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and the Griffin. Yeah. So the Griffin. Michael, can you explain the Griffin?
Well, can't think of what I can't remember what the Griffin from Alice in Wonderland looked like off the top of my head, but the way it looked like to me is it kind of looked like he came out crawling on all fours,
Yeah.
and then he got up and he stood up and he had like butterfly wings on his back, and then he had a little antenna thing that the butterflies do.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. It's not antenna, is it?
It might be antenna. I don't know.
It'd be stupid if it was that. It can't be that.
Mitchell's Googling it right now. I can see him.
I swear if it's antenna,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
looking
leave.
at the Griffin from
Oh.
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, so
He also had these fake like they kind of like these boot things on where it looked like claws like.
yeah. And then he was also wearing just like it looked like a hunter's like garb that he wears when he
Yeah.
goes hunting deer. And he
Looks
just
like
was
from
wearing
Midsummer's
all of it.
Right?
Midsummer's Night's Dream.
Kind of looked like one of the outfits from there that the fairies wore. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they probably pulled some of that, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then he was also wearing horns and there was
Yeah.
something. But from what it looked like is that he found a lot of the stuff at like a Goodwill or a thrift store.
Handful of everything.
Yeah, just handful of it, threw it all on there and just did it. But it was
I feel like
ridiculous.
with it being Alice in Wonderland, I think that
That
makes
fits it
all the
perfectly.
better. Because
Yeah.
it's just one of those things, like,
And
you look at it and
With it,
it's supposed to be crazy.
I feel like what they were trying to do, especially the director CH, what
Yeah.
she was trying to do with the play was that she was trying to like, I guess make each character their own part.
Yeah.
Like, there's the entire story of Alice in Wonderland, of course, but each character she meets in it is its own separate skit. It feels like.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
really liked it. Highlights would definitely be Mad Hatter and like the Tea Party. That was great.
The Mock Turtle.
And the Mock Turtle.
Mock Turtle's good. Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Tweedledee and
Cannot
Tweedledum,
get
yeah,
over
that's
how
what-
good,
yeah.
Patrick
Their
and
outfit
Andrew
was
did
also
with that.
great. Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Alex did a great job of
White Rabbit, yeah.
White Rabbit.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were. Yeah, so Michael, last time we were like pretty much giving our like pre thoughts going into that, and we knew he was going to be the White Rabbit, and we were kind of like, Alex isn't that jumpy of a person, so we were kind of like, I don't know, but when we watched him, he pulled it off
I was
really
gonna say,
well.
I've seen-
He did really good.
When I've done auditions with him in the past, I've seen like some of the stuff like he can do, and he's really
Yeah, he has a
really
really
talented
good.
and
He's
good-
very
really
talented. Yeah, very.
adaptable.
Yeah, he
I
can do
really
that.
enjoyed like him sliding across the stage.
Yeah, he
as
did that
would
so
do
many
his, like,
times.
sprint and run,
Yeah.
like enters, because
My
that
guess
was
is he just
good
wearing
touch.
socks or something. But yeah.
I think the
The White Rabbit, like feet.
White Rabbit
things.
Oh,
feet
yeah.
that he had on, I feel like they were
Um,
probably pretty slick.
Yeah, he did really good, and I was just there was one point where I was really confused because he switched into his New York accent. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he did it every night or not, Michael.
No,
but
I think it was just that night.
on Friday, yeah, he was just talking, and there's a part where he was supposed to be very calm and collected, like because the rabbit goes from jumpy to all serious, and there's a part where he just slips into the New York accent from Millie, and that was hilarious. I'm like, Jimmy, what are you doing here? But yeah, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. That was ridiculous.
I was so like jumping up with joy as soon as one of my friends texted me the parts, and I saw that Andrew Patrick got it because I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
the two would be perfect, and they were.
the best part about it is they actually look like brothers.
I know. They're like the exact
It
same
works
height and like
so well.
everything's so in sync.
But yeah, they were. Their outfits were great. The giant red bow tie or whatever. Was it red or was it like a polka dot?
They were like red, like giant obnoxious.
giant red.
bows.
It was. I think their shorts are.
They're
polka
little
dots.
propeller hats.
Yeah, they're propeller hats. Yeah, they just. The sit down part. Every time they'd scream, "Sit down!" That was the best because they were the ones making Alice stand up. But no, I think probably the Tea Party and definitely the Mock Turtle were probably the two highlights of it. I guess we're biased with the Mock Turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Definitely.
he did an amazing job.
Yeah, he did. So you know how he kept the straight face, then he'd like strum a guitar once.
Yeah.
Toward the end, like Sunday show, obviously most people don't take Sunday show as seriously because it's the last performance.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah. Especially as a senior like that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, yeah.
And he, well, one of the ones he did like a little strum, like instead of just doing it once, he was like going fast, like
Yeah.
on it, and then he had this stupid like grin with like his jaw like wide open, smiling every time he did it instead of a straight face. And I think it made it that much better.
Yeah, so for those of you who did not watch the performance, the Mock Turtle was played by our friend Ben. Should I say his last name? No.
I don't think it matters.
Ben, he who
Oh.
shall not be named,
Ben, we'll
He'll
probably
probably
end
show
up
up
getting
here
him as a
sometime.
guest on here soon.
Benji.
Benji, yes. One of the three Bens we know. Do you know the other two?
I know 5.
Oh, you know 5. Okay, well, okay. But no, he played the Mock Turtle, and he did an amazing job. And the Mock Turtle's just all puns.
Yeah.
And
Literally.
the first one when I heard it, I was just like, oh my god. It was he was talking about school or whatever, and
Yeah.
Alice he goes, my teacher was a tortoise, and Alice goes, your teacher is a tortoise, but you're a turtle, and he just goes, yeah, but the teacher tortoise stuff. And then he just strums his ukulele and just a straight face. It was
too good.
thing. It was the funniest thing. But then there was the Tea Party, which I thought that was fabulous.
It was really good.
Yeah. The Mad Hatter. What was the hare? What was it called? What was
the March Hare,
March Hare,
Mad
and then
Hatter, and then the Dormouse.
and the Dormouse? The Dormouse stole. I think she stole that scene though, because when she
Yeah.
just gets up, the whole. I keep thinking everyone's in on this. Like everyone watched the play that's listening to this. But in the play, the Dormouse is asleep the entire time, and they're discussing maple syrup, and she wakes up and starts talking about maple syrup.
I don't. No. I don't want to hear this joke again.
It's the best joke.
No.
And Alice asks, where do you get all this maple syrup? And the Dormouse just goes, well, we got it from a maple syrup well. And Alice just goes, a maple syrup well? There's
That
no such
doesn't
thing.
exist.
Yeah, that doesn't exist. And so the Dormouse looks at Alice and just goes, well, if you can get water from a water well, you can get maple syrup from a maple syrup well. And it was so good. And the entire time she's supposed to be asleep, not paying attention, she just wakes up and just says that, and then just falls back asleep. And I'm just like, okay, okay.
Then later you're like, is she pregnant?
She was wearing a big blanket or a big pillow in her.
Just to make her look big.
Oh,
It's Audrey. She's
true.
smaller than Michael.
True.
Them's fighting words.
Michael?
You willing to follow through on that?
Yeah, you're a toothpick. I'll snap you.
And then
Freaking stab your eye out.
inside, yeah, that was great. The Mad Hatter was also good. Jackson, he's great. We should
Jackson
get Jackson
definitely
on
fit
here.
that role pretty well.
Oh yeah, we should
He's
definitely
really
try and get
good.
Jackson in here.
That would be something
We'll talk about
else.
Furbies a lot. I remember he sent a picture. Do you remember having the fall play group chat last year?
Oh gosh, don't remind me about that.
Yeah, it was a mess. It wasn't the
There was a
email,
fall
it was the
play group
phone.
chat?
It was
was an
through it
only
was supposed to be
iPhone.
like a
Oh,
way to
thank
keep
God.
in contact, and then I think Jackson
Jackson-
and then someone else essentially created it into a meme group chat, and I muted it after a few.
I'm so happy I wasn't in that.
Jackson sent just one picture and just goes, "Hey guys, do you like my dead Furby collection?" And it was just Furbies with their faces torn off. And I was just like, well, what is this? And he showed me some stuff. He's like, I have a collection of teeth in my room. And he also has a Furby shrine he created out of those Furbies.
What a man.
He's great. I love him. But, he's he is definitely an interesting character, and the Mad Hatter fit him very well. Very, very well.
Interesting.
What else was some good parts of the play? Can we talk about Sean real quick?
Sean, so he, I don't know, I don't remember how much, like, stuff he did, like backstage, basically, himself, like, Friday, you know, like, when he was doing the little actions.
Yeah.
He did so much of it, to the point of where he, I think it was one time during the trial, and I don't know why it got me so bad, but, like, he, at least I think it was either Saturday or Sunday, I think, where there was one part where the Queen of Hearts is like, hold your tongue, and everyone takes it literally except Alice.
Yeah.
And Sean, playing the part of the king, holds his tongue too, but he looks at Alice and he's like making motions to her to like hold her tongue. And then he mouthed something that I could have sworn it said, like, what I thought it said. I could be completely wrong about this. It was like, are you stupid or what? And like holding his tongue. I just lost
That would be Sean, though. That would be Sean.
I'm so happy that, like, he only had one day to prepare.
Oh, yeah.
Because literally it was Thursday when, like, school got canceled for them, and they still had to go to rehearsal, and that night, CH looks at Sean and says, hey, so Paulo's got mono. You're the king now.
Yeah.
So he had that night to get all of the lines and motions and everything down.
Which was incredible because, like, I mean, if you watch him, he just follows Dasani's lead, though.
Yeah.
Dasani, Queen of Hearts, if for those of you who don't know. But he just followed her lead. And... Shut up. I can hear you, Michael.
No, you can't.
But he did an amazing job for just one night, and just he was so good at just following everything. He got all the lines that he had down perfectly.
I think it kind of helps that since his original part was supposed to be the knave, he was on stage most of the time with the king, so he was able to watch what Paulo was doing. So then
who was the guy that played the knave? What was his name?
Sean.
His name was also Sean.
So other Sean that played the knave, he actually lives near me somewhere. I used to ride the bus with him when I still rode the bus.
Should we go get him and bring him to the podcast right now?
I don't know where he lives.
We can ask around.
But
who would we ask?
Who would we? I don't talk to people
door to door.
Just ting ting ting. Is there a Sean here? You're not the Sean we need.
Yeah, he did a really good job too, because if you think about it, he just got the part too, just like Sean did.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was a lot more like movements and like stuff needing to be said than what Sean had to pick up for the king.
Yeah.
Because the king just kind of followed the queen around and then would, like, you know, just kind of stand around.
Yeah,
and
the queen wore the pants in that relationship.
Definitely. But the knave, you know, was in charge of all the card guards and whatnot.
Yeah, he was the one marching everything, and he also ended up getting, like, arrested or something.
He got arrested because the Queen of Hearts had some tarts that she made on a summer's day, and then the Knave of Hearts, other words that rhyme, something like that.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Something about stealing them.
He basically, he robbed her.
Yeah, he robbed her tarts.
Her nephew just, you know, ate a tart.
But, yeah, so Sean also, my favorite thing, so let's talk about costuming. Sean, if you notice, the first night, Sean, I don't know if you did it next year, Sean was wearing jeans, like dark jeans, and tennis shoes. Like you could see the Nike sign on his shoes.
I didn't catch that.
It was so
good. And I'm just like, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing.
Literally, Blake leaned over to me and goes, hey, look at Sean's shoes. And I look up there, and all I see is the little Nike swoosh on the side of his shoes. I'm like, oh, God dang it, Sean.
Yeah, the entire time, whenever Sean would come on stage, Natalia would be next to me and just be like, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. I'm like, what? And she just goes, shoes. And I'm like, Natalia, shut up.
One other scene I really enjoyed was the Duchess of Hearts, I think it was, when she's when the cook and the Duchess are in the same room.
The baby beating.
Baby-
The baby beating.
What I find hilarious is that people didn't know it was Kayla making the noises.
Oh, I picked up on that pretty soon.
Yeah.
and
Well, if you looked at her, you could see her doing the. Yeah.
she was doing a great job.
They were great.
You know the end where the baby turns out. Spoiler alert, the baby turns out to be a pig,
Yeah.
and Alice throws her, and Kayla goes yee on Sunday. She said yeet. It broke me. Like I was laughing for like I guarantee a solid minute and a half. Like it took me a few seconds to understand it. I'm like, oh, that is so clever.
Yeah, I think-
Speaking of Kayla, real quick, Natalia, she texts me today and just goes, so we're doing Secret Santa and choir, and I have Kayla, and I'm just like, oh,
What if Kayla watches this and now she knows that Natalia has this?
Kayla's not gonna.
Kayla's not gonna.
She doesn't like
I'm giving
us.
her the benefit of a doubt. I'm an optimist, all right?
Look, we might have had like
I
100
accidentally
views.
spoiled that.
but
Oops, Kayla, mute. Don't watch this, please.
It's fine. We can just go back and cut it out if we wanted to. We're not gonna.
We're not gonna.
We're not
no.
gonna.
That takes a lot of work. I need to watch the peaks though. I've been looking at the recording, and there's a lot of laughing that we just.
Yeah.
I feel like it's because of me. I have such a.
I
No,
know.
it's all of us.
I think it's partly because it. Did you still up the recording volume?
I kept the recording volume because like we're farther away now, and also I guess
Oh.
when
Sorry.
we first started, we weren't talking as loud as we are now. But now that we're starting and going and getting
Yeah.
laughing and stuff.
Now that we've gotten warmed up and we're ready to go.
Yeah. But continuing on.
Secret
Yeah, the
Santa,
Duchess
Oh,
beating
no.
the baby.
Okay.
Beating the baby. I don't want to lose my head. I've never lost my head before. That got me so many times. I don't know why.
I loved when the Queen came on after that and said, "Now prepare for your execution, or else I'll chop off your head."
Yeah. I was just like, oh, okay.
I kid you not. I leaned over to Allie and I'm like, that doesn't make any. Oh wait, that makes sense now.
But yeah, no, the play overall was great. I was going in hearing from some of the people in it. I was kind of nervous because they're like, "Oh, it's awful. It's so bad." I sit down and watch it, and I had a blast. It was great. I was
Let's
watching
think
the
back
entire
to
time.
was
when
that
we were in it.
whenever
and
we did it, we
let's
always
remember
thought
that we were
that,
always
'cause-
like, it's iffy and
Well,
like all
yeah,
that. And
I
then
mean,
Because if you
Yeah.
go one day and you see the performance how it is, like how it was performance-wise, you think it's spectacular. But if you do like rehearsal, like how we did for some of our previous
Yeah.
ones, and you know like every little mistake that you're making that you have to correct and
Yeah.
nail, and
yeah.
I
definitely think our senior year was definitely the best performance that we've had since.
I like that production too, because there
Yeah.
were a lot of. It wasn't like how
It-
past years sometimes. The big complaint I had was like one of the ones we did was what was it, sophomore year?
Oh, God,
Done to death.
Done to
that
death.
was so
It was
bad.
all you. The way I saw it was that you basically either had a main part in it, like
Or
one of the
you just
six
weren't
main,
in it at
or
all.
you had a
yeah, there was
tiny
what,
line.
six
Like
six
Mitchell.
main characters.
Mitchell, do you remember your line from that? Or you remember all your lines?
Hey Charlie, music.
It's flawless performance.
All of my
Beautiful,
lines.
Beautiful,
All of
beautiful. Yeah, I only joined in junior year because I'm a loser. I know. Don't make fun of me, Mike.
True.
I know
I'm
you're
not gonna
trying
make
to.
fun of you because you
Oh.
went along with the musicals and someone here didn't.
Yeah, Mitchell.
Look, I
Okay,
don't
but-
sing.
Yeah, neither do I, and I pushed myself, and
So-
I can dance like a champion now.
Yeah,
thanks
you were
to it.
beautiful dancing, Michael. But
I took dance lessons
yeah, because you're lame.
when I was
Joking.
like 7.
So back to yeah. So I definitely think of the fall plays that I experienced while at McCutcheon, like especially seeing your guys's Nitwits, where our senior year was the best because like
It definitely was.
the
And
humor wasn't dry.
I
The
won't
humor
lie.
wasn't bad in Nitwits. Like you could catch on to the humor there, whereas in Stardust, who knew what they were talking about?
Stardust
Yeah.
was more like
You had to be old.
kind of like not really rich person humor, but like kind of like the old
Very-
old mature.
Yeah, and it was a lot of just theater jokes, and it was not like good theater jokes.
Yeah.
It
like,
was like sophisticated theater, like Shakespeare and stuff.
Yeah, the stuff that
Yeah.
even those in
like
theater
the
didn't
only scene I felt like everyone would really understand comedy wise during that was when everyone was given their lines and like for the rehearsal
Yeah.
part.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, which part?
Can we talk about the scene where we hung black everywhere because of the
Yeah.
wedding and Kelsey just walks in
Oh my
and goes
gosh.
out loud just look at all these lovely black people.
Oh my god.
We all look at her and go, Kelsey.
And
No!
the line that comes out of her mouth, which makes me laugh the hardest, was, "Oh shoot, I didn't know we started rehearsal yet."
Yeah, because we were in the middle
We all
of it
looked
too.
at the CH gave her like an OS face, like, I cannot believe you just said that.
Yeah, Stardust was an adventure, but
You had the
I was Jerry.
yeah.
Yeah, I got
Flanagan.
Flanagan, yeah. Flanagan, Spanning, I don't know. Yeah, I had fun getting drunk. Don't worry,
I
with
remember
real
that.
alcohol, I was acting, I think. Michael, you might have
doesn't
you
remember what
might
he
have
drank.
drugged me, I don't know. But
No, I don't waste the good stuff on anyone else.
It was me.
no, I remember that. That was fun.
I think-
Michael, I remember you trying to karate kick me constantly. Because the whole point in the whole story with
Oh,
me
yeah.
as Jerry was that I was like not loved because I was a Hollywood guy and you guys were all theater. You wanted to go to Broadway, not Hollywood.
Yeah. 'cause
And
you
you
were a
guys
big
just didn't
movie
like
guy.
me, so you guys would just like all
Me and it was
Isaac.
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 The two of us, we had done I think he said he did either Taekwondo or some other.
He did
fighting, and
Taekwondo, I
I did
remember.
karate for a few years. So
elementary school with him.
we
yeah.
both wore basically gis the entire time. That was our that was the gist of our character.
It's your boy, Isaac.
Mitchell, what was your part in there?
In Stardust?
Yeah.
Mitchell
God,
was he had like a Hawaiian shirt.
I was literally the guy who was there, but like was in the wrong place the entire time. I literally looked like I looked like I walked in off the street because I was there for like some vacation.
This looks like a soup kitchen. Let's go in here.
I literally had on a Hawaiian shirt and a pair of cargo shorts. I looked like a dad who was on a California vacation with all of his kids, and he
we were
was
what,
just
like,
looking
New
around
Hampshire?
and just walked in. It's like, oh, well, this is cool. What's this?
And then yeah, Nitwits was good because all three of us, especially like just us three, we all got good parts in that, especially good old Michael over there.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you.
Oh my gosh, I busted my behind with rehearsals, and we it got down to the point where there's always rehearsals and there's always callbacks, but even after the callbacks, there was like another round with me, Alex Brophy, Charlie Billings, and Isaac Clyde. And they were all reading for like the two main lead parts, and we all read the parts. We took turns reading with each other because CH was seeing like who was compatible with which person and who like did the best as each part.
Yeah.
And Alex got the main lead. Who was it? Tommy was the name of it.
Tommy.
Yeah.
I was confused because
Who
he
he
was
was,
Tommy and then Jimmy right
yeah.
after.
He was a college kid who was trying to make some money, and then I got the part of Steve, who was basically his sidekick, and just essentially he was only there for comic relief, and I
It
felt
was
like that
beautiful.
fit me
It was
perfectly.
beautiful,
It was pretty
Michael. Yeah.
my favorite line during that is when like everyone's panicking, and then I think they all the nitwits essentially run into the kitchen, and Alex's character Tommy goes, what are you gonna do? They're gonna grab a knife and they're gonna end up like killing each other. And my character goes like at my top of my lungs, like, that's fine by me.
That was great. And then Mitchell was good old dad, and that became like the meme of the year.
I swear that's been a joke since like
So say
forever. But then just the fact that I got casted as dad, it
Yeah.
just got like reinforced into everyone's head. And
Yeah,
Didn't you make your senior quote something like
my
that?
senior quote because of that was literally, "They call me dad, yet I have no kids."
Yeah, and somehow like I mean, it's not even in the like a sexual connotation or anything.
No,
But they didn't get mad at you.
no.
They
not
just
at
like,
all.
okay, we'll keep it, and there's your quote in the yearbook.
It's literally sitting
What
there.
was
I
your
have a
quote?
screenshot
Like-
of it.
My quote was from Catcher in the Rye, which is, "I have no idea what I just said, but I know I mean it."
Oh, that's a nice one. I liked my quote.
What?
It took me a long time to think of it. I was really proud of it because it really suited me. I'm like, some friends come and go like the tide. Good friends stick to your face like an octopus. I don't know why that popped in my head. And I'm like, yeah, that definitely defines me.
I think what really helped our senior year production
Yeah.
was that it was more led by us.
Yeah, the three of us
Because-
really had a
while
hand.
you two
Not-
were
not
on
to mention,
stage to like give the view from there, I was sitting in the audience watching how it looked out there. So if something looked unnatural and off,
Yeah.
I was able to help get that changed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And
Like-
Michael,
Because I was originally gonna plan on helping CH with being the student
Student
director
kinda
or
like-
whatever.
yeah.
But
How
I
did
was
she
I
help-
was
You were
like
on
I
stage
was
the
on
entire
stage
time.
just about all the time.
Yeah.
And
And
Mitchell-
Blake was literally asleep on stage the
yeah,
entire time, so I
assume
ended
you
up taking
probably
up
had the same
student
thing as
director.
me, because you didn't, you kind of were just there, and whenever a joke could be made, your character would pop in, but you kind of just were there, just sitting, watching and stuff. And
Yeah.
because I was asleep, I was also just listening to everyone. I'm like,
We-
that you were not saying that right, and I'd be like, say it like this, and that's probably what you were
Yeah,
doing too.
I love the little like choreography that me and you had during some parts of that.
Yeah, we haven't even. Yeah, so my part was Trumbull, and which is an old man who couldn't see, hear, or feel anything. It was all selective though. Are you still trying to open that?
No, it's already open.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't want it to spray everywhere.
Mitchell, you have a monster? What a surprise!
I have a bang. This thing is crazy.
This is my second one
I
today.
don't believe in energy drinks.
We know that. I was scared if you ever drink an energy drink.
Oh man, I've had
I'm
like
scared of
a couple
Clayton.
cups of I've had a couple of cups of coffee, but that's it. I'm not like a real coffee drinker.
Oh.
Yeah,
But yeah, you were saying about the play.
yeah. Trumbull. He was an old man. Oh man, I can't breathe right now.
Cough.
Sorry. That went down the wrong pipe. Anyway.
Nice.
So, Trumbull was an old man who had selective hearing, seeing, and feeling. So he was just kind of there. And all I did was run around with an ear trumpet, which is like an old hearing aid before hearing aids.
It looked like something off like a phonograph. Was that
It looked like
or an old
funnel.
like record funnel? Yeah.
It looked like it was an oil funnel for a car. Like you change your oil, and it actually said on it, "Do not stick this in your body, for it can cause cancer." And it only said in the state of California, because it's California. But I had to stick it in my ear because it was supposed to be a trumpet, and I would just run around with it and just try and listen to people. And Michael, you and I would chase each other around.
There got to one point where like my character I was supposed to be really exhausted after dealing with all the crazy people, so I sat down. I think it was this like futon, it was this kind of couch.
It was this
And-
weird looking couch.
His character started laying down on the couch and like rolled over and essentially pushed me off, and I fell flat on my behind. And
That was the best.
it was all planned, and it was so
Just
good.
laying there, and you're just like I kept putting my feet on you, and you just smack them away. I'm really hoping someone in the audience was paying attention to that, because that'd be
Someone, at least hopefully our family was.
Yeah, definitely our families were, and they're just like, "What are they doing?" just my foot just keeps. Yeah, Trumbull was fun. I accidentally kept all my costume from Trumbull in my trunk until.
You better cut this out and hope CH doesn't hear this.
No,
I
I
kid
already
you
gave
not.
it back. I gave it back
Oh,
the
okay,
last
gotcha.
day of school, the 4-5 final. Yeah.
If you were to go into my closet at my dad's, you'd find my costume for freshman year.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
gosh.
Taylor costume, all of it except for like the glasses and the measurement that
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's called. The thing that
I know what you're
supposed to be
talking about, like
measured.
the measuring tape or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Those were the only things that I didn't accidentally take home with me. Everything else was sitting like in my house. And so one day, no, actually I threw it all away. Yeah, I took it. I was like, well, it's been 4 years. I'm sure they forgot about this. Took it, threw it in the trash.
What was your favorite costume throughout all your productions you've done?
Yeah.
The Mitchell and Blake and me.
Probably senior year, Dad. That was definitely.
Remind me again what
God.
you wore. It was like a kind of a, not really a suit and tie, but
I
kind of like
had
it's
like kind of like your more
You
business casual
So,
kind of look, like
just an
a
FYI for
collared
people
shirt.
listening, the
and all
picture
that.
that's going to be for this episode will be a picture of us our senior year, so
Yep.
you can see all of us in our costumes from senior year.
Sirens. So
Yeah,
I'm
there's
sure
a
that's
lot of-
being picked up.
Yeah, it might be. Here, be quiet. yeah, it's being picked up. It looks like.
Yeah. I'm not
Jeez,
surprised.
Sorry.
is that right out here?
Yeah, it sounds like it. Huh.
Here,
Should we
No.
should I hide?
no.
No, it's going
it's
away.
A fire.
I was
Yeah,
about to say,
they're
that
going
sound like
away.
the fire truck.
That's a
Yeah.
fire truck. It's
Huh.
Anyway, back to what we are talking about.
Yeah.
My favorite costume. I liked Jerry because I could change ties.
Yeah.
Because that was like the
Oh
whole. That was
my
my joke. I changed
gosh.
tie
There's-
every time I went on stage.
There was one day during rehearsal where he got in trouble because he was messing around, and
Had too
obviously we
many
weren't taking it
ties.
seriously, but he had like, I think, was it 8 or 9 like ties on his person. None of them were.
he
One
had,
of them was around
like-
the neck, one was around the head, and the rest were like all along his
He had like
appendages.
one on his forehead, one around his neck, like one around his ankle, and then like 5 on his arms.
And that day, it was also the day we first got mics.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the joke
yeah.
was, sorry for bringing her up, Michael, but Micah. The joke was that I would fall on.
I'm fine with you bringing that up.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure. But the joke was that I would fall on Micah, and Micah was pretending to be dating Corbin in the play. And so I would fall on Micah, and Corbin would get mad at me for falling on her. So Corbin would slap me, and I was supposed to be drunk at that time.
I forgot about
Well,
that.
my mic was on my left side because I would fall on my right. So he slapped me on my left cheek, and it popped the mic.
Yep.
So you just hear pop really loud. And CH just instantly goes, "What was that?" And she just goes, "You're not doing this anymore. You're not doing," just yelling at us.
Yeah.
And so I took off all the ties. I only wore 3 probably.
Yeah.
Just all around my neck though. And
No, you still had one around your forehead.
oh yeah, I still have one around my forehead then. But then I couldn't do that gag anymore, so all
Yeah.
I did was just kept falling on the stage, and
Yeah.
I actually ended up like destroying my arm from it. Like there's a giant knot like this big because I never learned how to stage fall.
Well, that's you're being a wuss. If you would have heard the stories of what I went through my freshman
Oh.
year, how I went through it.
Smacking your head every day on the.
That was Mitchell. You want to tell the story? You can tell it better than I can.
So basically, Michael was supposed. Michael,
was-
way back when, was
We
like
did Midsummer Night's Dream.
yeah.
And
Michael
back
was
then,
2 feet tall and like 5 pounds, and so
5 feet tall and honestly probably still 5 pounds. That's insane.
and so he was supposed to be like the changeling boy, if you've ever read the story. And so everyone would carry him everywhere. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone.
Yeah.
He almost never touched the ground. And so it was Margaret, right?
No,
Yeah.
that was the second night.
That was the second night. Who was the first night?
Riley? Yeah.
Yeah, I
it was.
think it was. Yeah, it was Riley, and she was carrying you off stage.
No, I
about
was
to
we were
carry
getting
you
ready to
on
go on
stage.
stage, and she was trying to get a better
And-
grip on me.
Instantly, just smashed your head on a metal
She
box.
Just okay. So imagine it like how some people carry a baby and they like try to like bounce them a little bit, like try to get a better grip. It was like that. And there's this electric box backstage. It's like completely metal.
just
And
complete.
somehow, despite all the odds of it not happening, the corner of that went straight into my temple. And me being the person I was freshman year, the only thought that went through my head is, I'm like, if I would have gotten knocked out, I would have been completely in character because I'm still supposed to be asleep.
And I
and-
kid you not, all you could hear everywhere because it echoed bad. You just heard the smack on the metal. You just heard dink. I was on the other side of stage and I could hear tink. I'm like, what in the world was that? Later, Michael looks at me and says, "Yeah, I hit my head." I'm like, "What do you mean hit your head?" And he told me the story, and then he continues to have it happen like what, 2 or 3
No,
more
it
times.
was the same exact. It was a different scene, but it was the same exact spot in my head, same exact stupid box. The very next performance night.
Yeah,
This is during the performance too, so the
Literally.
audience heard it too.
yeah, it was hilarious.
The thing that gets me is that everyone says the second one with Margaret, and I don't remember that one. I only remember the first one. So I think she must have done a pretty good job of.
She definitely
Um,
she made sure that hit counts.
Michael, we never got to ask you what's your
Favorite costume?
favorite costume.
Ooh, that's a good one. Are we doing plays or musicals?
Ooh, well Mitchell was just either, I guess. I mean, I bet you loved being the waiter in Beauty and the Beast. Was it a waiter?
It was a tap dancing chef that
Tap
had a
dancing chef.
purple outfit. That was a pretty good outfit. I think for fall play, I liked Steve's outfits that he had. I liked the very end, the party scene where it had a sweater and khakis on. I thought
Yeah,
it
that
looked
was-
really good in that.
yeah.
And then The Sound of Music. There's one
Yeah.
scene where, if everyone's seen The Sound of Music, there's this one scene where they're doing this little puppet scene. And I had to wear socks that went up past my knees, lederhosen, and these stupid looking shoes. And I was essentially the puppet, so I was dancing. I had puppet makeup on, and that dance was hard to learn, but it was really fun. And the costume was just. It was a pretty fun
You were
costume.
the perfect fit for a puppet. You don't understand. That was
Honestly.
the greatest thing I've ever
Like-
seen.
Big old lanky.
Yeah, I know.
It was so good.
Yeah, the second CH, so not CH, Ploss.
Yeah.
I was Ploss's TA, and she got mad at me for not doing musical because I just wasn't prepared that year for musical, but she got real mad at me, and I'm like, well, can you at least tell me like your thoughts on casting? She just goes, oh, the puppet dance is Michael King, hands down. It's Michael.
Was this before or after the auditions?
Before.
I was gonna say because auditions, she was like, "Wow, Michael, I'm really impressed," because I was able to. I don't know why, like some of the singing auditions for musical, I've never been good at because I can't really sing well to save my life. Acting auditions, I've gotten better at over the years, but for some reason, the dancing auditions, my body type, I've just been not really naturally good at. But like some of the steps are like they're supposed to do like crazy stuff with the legs. I just do it almost naturally.
I remember the one for music for Millie, the dancing audition for.
Oh,
Millie.
is it the tap dancing one?
Yeah, there was a tap dancing
That was
audition.
so easy.
Yeah. It's funny because you didn't go to auditions.
Yeah,
I
you
did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Why
this
didn't
is-
you stick with it?
What do you mean? Why didn't I stick with it?
Did you not get a part? I thought you had a chorus part.
I had one part, and it was
You were one of the policemen.
cops.
Oh yeah,
That was the only time
I got
would
that
have
part.
been on
I got
stage.
that part. I
The
forgot
police
that.
officers were on stage for 5 seconds, then were never seen again.
You guys were seen again, weren't you?
We it's the speakeasy scene, and then immediately after that, where they're getting their mug shots, and then
Michael, you were the best part of it.
they're for what the
the cops.
the police officer. So
You
in
rip
case you
off-
don't know, I was one of the guests of the speakeasies, and because this freaking sad excuse of a freaking podcast host over here decided to drop out of the musical, so it opened up
That's
a
the
spot
only
for
thing I
that
was
cop.
doing.
I'm talking.
I
young
had
man.
a job.
Them's fighting
I
words.
had a
I will
job.
freaking beat you up right now. Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted,
Yeah.
it opened up a spot for a cop, and they originally wanted me to do it, and I was I was like confused at first because I had to be dancing at a speakeasy, enjoying like a good time, getting drunk, and then I had to be a cop like in the same exact scene. So what we ended up going with, and I was my idea. I talked to the directors about this, and they loved it. Was everyone would be dancing, then there'd be this one line or not line as in talk, but like they'd form a line at the very end where we're passing along a thing of was it a bottle of alcohol? It was
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
a
something
flask. It was a
something
flask.
like it was a flask, and everyone's taking swigs of it, and I was near the front of the line, so
And-
I took a giant swig and like I handed it back. There wasn't anything in it, but I acted like it, and the next person yanked it out of my hand. And then what I did was I went around the other side where the other cops were supposed to come in. I rip off my jacket that I had on. It was a police uniform on underneath that, so I was essentially a corrupt officer.
So, for reference, by the way, this was during the 20s, so
Yeah.
alcohol was illegal. Like, that's where the musical Thoroughly Modern Millie, which was our senior year's musical, that's where it took place, in the 20s in New York. So Michael pretty much got drunk as a cop, which was illegal, and then walked over and just arrested everyone. But yeah.
That's my dream job right there.
I'm going to say this now. The
Yeah.
reason I actually didn't do musicals wasn't because I don't sing or I don't like to, but it's because my voice is so deep, and I knew that nobody wants a bass.
It's not.
There were every musical I've done, there've always been bass
They
parts,
want-
guys, bass parts.
They want trebles, or whatever it is that's one above bass.
Tenor.
Baritone.
Baritone.
No, it's baritone.
Oh, yeah.
They want baritone, and then people who can do a fake bass. Not people who are actually bass.
Well, then there's
but
Dan.
with my
Dan.
voice, Dan is a baritone, and he's a fake bass.
Dan was always a bass.
Dan walked up to me and says, "Yeah, I'm a fake bass." I'm like, "What does that even mean?"
Yeah.
I never did choir, but Dan literally walked up to me and explained that to me. I was like, "All right, well then I'm just not going to do this."
Well, I got Ching Ho, and I am actually a real bass. But the thing is,
You can go higher.
I have a good range, so I could hit those notes as Ching Ho.
I can go higher. It just sounds awful.
Yeah.
I feel that.
But yeah, we're actually, well,
Didn't we start at like 3:30?
maybe.
We didn't start at 3,
Uh,
that's for sure.
So, yeah. Michael, do you got anything to say? Any last words? Anything? Because
Are we gonna keep
we're
talking a little more?
I don't know. I'm afraid. I'm not gonna lie. I'm afraid to hit the 1 hour mark
What are we
because
at?
I don't know if this will stop at 1 hour. The
Oh,
recording.
that's true.
We're at 54 minutes, boys.
All right. Well, I was looking at things for Black Friday yesterday because I was at Walmart, and I kid you not, I was looking and I already have my plans, and I was thinking, okay, I got my game system I want, got my items, and I'm not saying it because if I say it, a bunch of people like end up buying it beforehand me. I'm gonna blame it on myself because that's the kind of person I am. But as I'm walking by like the PS4 section, a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 plays like immediately as soon as I walk by it. And
January, right?
it better not have been pushed back to January.
I thought
it's still 2018.
It is still 2018. Okay, I thought it was January for some reason.
I'm gonna cry if it's pushed back to January, but the game looks so gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks really. It's on Xbox too this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be on PS4, Xbox, and
PC.
I think so.
Maybe Switch.
I think PS4 might be first. No, I haven't heard anything about the Switch.
Okay. Yeah.
Big thing on Switch is Smash Bros.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much all we have time for.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Well, Michael, we love you. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Mitchell,
Yeah,
thanks for
thanks for
looking at me
coming.
and backing down from the fight wisely. Or we're gonna have to take this outside afterward.
I just didn't want to. I don't want to kill you.
You're too far away right now. I don't have that kind of energy.
Too
Okay.
far away as I rub his knee.
Hey.
What?
Save that for after the podcast. Okay.
Wait, it's still going?
Yes, it's still
Why
going.
don't you hit
Okay.
the pause button or the stop button? I don't know. This is the first podcast I've done.
All right. Well, what was I gonna say? Yeah. Well, that's it. Definitely try and give us a name, people who are actually listening to us.
Yeah.
We
had,
need
like,
one.
I checked this morning. We were up at like 104 views when I checked at
Wow.
like 11.
It's only been what 2-3 days.
Yeah.
We uploaded it Sunday,
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, so 3 days.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And we already had 20 subscribers, and
That's
like,
about like
We've got like 14 likes though.
that's about like 100 and how many did you say? 109.
104. I'm gonna check it right now.
yeah. But no, guys, try and get us a name. Try and get us what we need. A name, maybe like something to talk about or a question you have.
That's pretty impressive.
But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, we've got 104 views, 15 likes, and 20 subscribers.
20 subscribers. Wow.
Nice.
All right.
So
Well, that's all for us this time around. Also, have a nice Thanksgiving, because I'm probably going to upload this before Thanksgiving.
hopefully.
Hopefully, I can get it through.
If
But
you're not busy playing games with us in that time period.
true. It just depends if my internet's fast enough. It should be for tomorrow, but yeah. All right. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and see you guys.
Adios.
Nice to see you guys.
See you.